Friends, if you're looking for real old school laughs, you're in for a treat because we've got them right here. Flip City Magazine. Remember Mad Magazine? Then it went woke? Well, don't worry. Flip City has no chance of going woke. That's right. 4 times a year, you'll get an actual printed magazine full of jokes, stories, comics, and more, all about today's pop culture, entertainment, and woke politics. Flip City takes terrible entertainment trends we love to hate with hilarious parodies of Lord of the Rings, Stranger Things, The Walking Dead, Star Trek, Hunters, and more. Trust me when I say there is nothing else like Flip City on the market. So subscribe today. It will be delivered in print, or you can even get it digitally if you're one of those wacky Zoomers. Either way, follow our link and sign up today, and if you put in midnight, you get an extra 10% off. Check out Flip City Magazine today. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time to take your seats and shake them! It's time for Toxic Femininity, brought to you by Midnight Welcome, everybody, once again to Toxic Femininity. Wow, look at this lovely, lovely panel we have here. We have some more ladies joining us soon, but we're going to get things rolling here because we don't have a lot of time tonight. So we're kind of on a bit of a schedule. Yes, you notice the change in the intro. That's because the old one keeps getting copyright claims. So we're working on
freaking YouTube sucks. That's why.
So in the meantime, though, what we'll do. Whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to be so loud on everybody there. There, I think I fixed that.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So in the meantime, we're just gonna use that temp one for now, but we're gonna be working on a fancy new one here soon. But let's not waste too much time. We got Michelle coming in here. Force of Light, how you doing?
I'm doing good. It's good to be back. It's always a nice night on Toxic Femme when we've got Carrie in the panel.
It is indeed.
Very sweet.
She brings the heat. That is indeed. And right on schedule. Here's Carrie Smith. How you doing over there at Deprogram?
I'm doing great.
Awesome
I love
sign
that
behind you.
You pulled that song out of your butt real fast, and it was great. And you're like, and get ready to shake them. Anyway,
it's like the Dollar General version of the intro.
I love it. Good to be here. Good to see these lovely ladies.
Yeah.
That's a joke that's more of an inside joke because of what we were talking about before the show. Otherwise, I said like the Wish thing, but like, yeah, it's the same difference.
Dollar General, yes.
Yes, indeed. But you don't have to wish for Nina to be here because she's here, kids. Welcome to the program, Nina. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Fantastic. Always so fun to be on Toxic Femininity on Monday night. So make sure you smash the like, share the stream, all that good stuff. Because, YouTube is weird about sharing stuff. So make sure you guys share it. And we should be joined by some other lovely ladies as well, hopefully soon. But yeah, we got a good show tonight. Let's get rolling.
And hopefully Carolyn feels better soon. I know she's under the weather, so she's listening.
We love you, Kara.
Some healing powers to Kara.
Send her some love.
In the meantime, while we're waiting for the other guest or guests to join us, or panelists, let's say, we got a few super chats. So why don't we buzz through those and get into the topics, ladies?
Let's get into it. Let's do it. Here we go.
You want to start them off? Okay.
Yeah, let's go. Retro Meister for $20. Thank you so much. Saying, evening, ladies and Tom. Food for thought. Madame Web is the prime definition of what a Black widow who's not gender biased looks like, and devouring the audience's energy and money and leaving nothing left but regret and disgust. Wow, that is that's graphic, but also he followed it up with this one here for another $20.
Thank you, Retro Meister.
Yeah, thank you so much. Go ahead, Carrie.
He says, and a question for everyone. Would you say that the 90s, in the case of the OG X-Men cartoon, was more progressive / revolutionary back then compared to nowadays being just regressive to culture, like with Doctor Who and Star Wars? I would say that it was more progressive because it wasn't a big deal. Nobody made a huge deal out of race or sex. They, the cast became more diverse in terms of ethnicity or gender, but it wasn't primary. It wasn't prime. It wasn't the first thing they used to sell or that they made more important than the storytelling.
I would have to agree with you, Carrie, on that, especially because I think story is what's like the most important thing, and that's what was the focus on the OG X-Men series first and foremost before anything else. They wanted to give you a message of whatever it was, like, of diversity and like those kind of things, but they did it without like hammering you with it, and that wasn't the first focus of everything. For example, with the new morph coming out as being like a non-binary or whatever, there you go, Tom, bringing up this very apt quote here. Go ahead and read it, Tom.
No, so I was gonna let you finish before I even
Oh,
but like
well,
yeah.
basically, I'm just saying, like, if morph is a non-binary mutant, but that's like my argument for this is like if your character, the first thing you have to tell everybody that this is a non-binary character, like nobody cares about what other things is attributed to that character except for the fact that they're non-binary. I mean, it's a mutant. Nobody cares if you're a mutant non-binary character. Like,
Well,
that's the whole point of being a mutant.
wouldn't you not want to be compared to a mutant if you were
Yeah.
gay
If you were
black
other
right? But we also have Steph joining us. Hey, Steph, how you doing?
Hey, Steph.
Hi,
Hey,
can you hear me?
But yeah, we're just
Yes,
getting into
we
the
can
super
hear
chat
you.
stuff. And yes, we can hear you. And yeah, as I just pointed out, I put this up here as you brought up the non-binary character. It was kind of funny because one of the guys I think who actually, or one of the people that kind of got this news out there earlier is this X-Men updates. At least that's where I saw
Yes.
the Empire magazine stuff being posted from.
That's
And so
what I
after
was
he
like.
got bombarded, he got freaked out and he goes, if morph being non-binary makes you angry, you clearly don't know what X-Men stand for. And this is going off of what Carrie was just saying. I said, putting a label on it actually excludes more people than included when the X-Men stood for allegory for insert your thing here. Besides, non-binary didn't exist then. The closest was probably bisexual. Don't even
Yeah.
get me started on the woke bullshit with debate. And yeah, so we'll get into that when we actually get into the topic. That's just more on that. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because that's exactly what Carrie was saying, right? Is like, as an allegory, it works great because if you feel like a misfit in any way, right? Or if you feel like you're an outsider in any way, you could relate to the X-Men, and it doesn't have to be that on the nose. If you start labeling these things, it's going to be too on the nose, I think.
Agreed. Very good super chat. Thank you so much, Retro Meister, for both of those. He sent these two, and thank you again for those. And then Michelle, if you want to go for the next one.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Tickle Trunk, for the $2 super chat. Tom, just put on a wig and sing a new intro.
Please don't. I'm just joking.
How do you know he wasn't wearing a wig? He was.
I love Tom's singing voice, actually. I'm a fan. Thanks for the tuning, Mr. Tickle Trump. Go ahead, Steph. You want to read this one?
Mexican Iron Man. Hi there for $4.99. Can someone explain to me how this 304 ho Rachel is an action star? Her scenes suck. She literally weighs like 90 pounds wet. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Okay,
Hair.
let's really quickly talk about that. I did pull that up because I saw that and I was like, what are you talking about?
I saw that on Twitter. What did she win? She won like best action star for at what award though?
The People's Choice Award.
Oh, okay.
No, and let me say, because I don't know if anyone else saw the movie. I saw the movie. It actually
I saw the
surprised me.
movie. Oh, I saw the movie. And I read the book.
Yeah. I actually was
Does
pleasantly
she actually do
surprised.
some action scenes in it though?
Yeah,
Hardly
that's
at
what I
all.
want to know.
No.
That's why. So okay. So you've seen it. Yeah. Snow has more action scenes in the movie than her, and he's not even in the game. So
Oh
Right.
my
Yeah.
god.
It's
Wonderful.
100%. He really does have more
Yeah.
action. She doesn't have any action scenes.
No, she sings.
She sings. She's a
And
singer.
runs away.
She was Rachel Zegler was cast because the girl that she plays is a singer. So that's why she was cast, because she has to sing a lot. I mean,
'Cause
it
she's
literally
yeah,
happens in the book. She's a singer.
She's a nice singing voice. I can see why they
yeah, she
cast
does.
her. But like the crazy part was that because I was like, okay, so who was the nominees? Like I wanted to know who she was up against, and the nominees were Viola Davis, Tom Cruise for Mission Impossible.
How did he
Gal
not
Gadot-
win?
I know
What the
Gal
fuck?
Gadot for Heart of Stone, Brie Larson for the Marvels, and Jason Momoa for Aquaman 2, Chris Pratt for Guardians 3, and Keanu Reeves for John Wick 4. And this chick wins it. I'm like, who is voting
What
on
the
this?
heck?
Wait,
Could've
wait.
been
You know
Tom or
what? I'm sorry,
Keanu.
but I would pick Brie Larson over Rachel Zegler in
Thank
this
you.
category.
Thank
Seriously.
you. At least Brie does some shit. Like it's just
Yeah.
like, hanging from the stuff and they're like, kicking some air or something's happening. Like, I mean, this chick, I just no. I mean, if you're not gonna give it to a white man, like I get it. Because Tom Cruise and Keanu Reeves.
Right,
Like,
but
it's
you
way
had
too white.
a what was the Keanu Reeves movie again? It's the John Wick.
John Wick.
Yep.
She beat her character was deemed more of an action character than John Wick. It doesn't make sense.
She does a lot of running and hiding, Carrie.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of running and hiding.
So stunning and
a
brave.
lot of
Wow.
singing.
Maybe that's what the
that
action
bow.
is.
That
the
bow is the most action that she does in the movie.
Yeah, where they
Wow.
totally rip off Katniss.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I like this is when the award shows are like totally fortified because you're like, dude, there's no way the people voted for her. Maybe it was bots. Maybe it was bots. I think I'm gonna have to agree on that one. But man, what a wild time
I'm
we live in.
sure, because like you vote online, right? These are the people's
Yes.
choice
Yeah.
awards. So you can
Mhm.
vote online. So she's probably just, rounding up her fans and be like, vote, vote, vote. You don't see Keanu Reeves doing that. You don't see
Mm-mm.
Tom Cruise doing that. Jason Momoa, maybe. I don't know. I don't even remember hearing this, but she would be one to be like, dude, okay, the people can vote. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Like she would be
Right.
that girl.
Mm.
She would be that girl. You better vote for me. I'm gonna get all these people to vote for me. All of my fans. Don't forget to vote. Don't forget to vote every single day. Like putting out a message. Don't forget to vote.
I
So-
wonder if she did that. I'm gonna check her thing now. Let's see.
Well, and not to mention, it's the same with like say the All-Stars in sports. People who vote trend a lot younger. So that kind of makes sense why a Tom Cruise or a Keanu Reeves don't win, just because I bet if we saw the stats on the age group, the demographic that voted, I bet it
Yeah.
was like 20
Mhm.
down mostly.
Oh my god. Okay, she tweeted out. Okay, hold on. I have to share this. She tweeted out because I guess she found out that she won, and some guy was like, what the fuck? Keanu Reeves fell down 50 flights of steps, and Tom Cruise drove a motorbike off a cliff, though. And she said, if it makes you feel better, I voted for Keanu. Heart.
Ugh.
Gross. No.
Oh my god.
Oh, Rachel.
She knows she doesn't deserve that shit.
I know. Hold on. I do want to say on here to everyone who watched our film and our loved. Okay, she did say some other shit too. Hold on. Let's see her acceptance speech here on Twitter. She said, I do want to say on here to everyone who watched our film, who loved our film, and who voted. You are the reason that we get to. They're bots. You are the reason we get to make movies like this and continue Susan's stories in this medium. I am so grateful for you and for Lucy Gray. She has changed my life as you all have. Girl.
Well, this isn't even the speech she said on stage. The one she said on stage was all like, I'm so glad that you guys like me and I don't have to change for anybody else and all this other shit. It was like, are you
Oh,
trying
she
to
goes
like,
on-
She
say
did
she
what-
not
goes
say
on.
that. Did she really say? Oh, I'm
Yeah,
looking that
she
up.
did say
I'm
that.
looking that
Yeah.
up.
Oh,
Yeah,
girl,
look at her.
pull
Look
it
up for
up.
her speech, Steph, where she actually, yeah.
She goes on to say, this is likely my last time representing our time in the Hunger Games and Lucy Gray, as far as I know, and my heart aches with deep love for what I get to do. I'm not for everyone, as I have learned in the past year in particular, but I have felt embraced here. Thank you. If you took a moment to vote, thank you. And if you're simply a
Oh.
lover of these stories, as all of us are in this film, thank you. You are truly the reason that we get to tell such awesome stories. Thank you, thank you, thank you. XOXOXOXOXO, Rachel.
Okay.
Well, let's hope the Grammys show our album some love next year so I can rep her again. Oh my god.
Wow.
I
I mean,
Ew.
the
She's
fact that
so-
she said that in her post makes what
Yeah.
her acceptance speech even worse. Because you
Oh,
know that
she's
means
so
that the shit's
salty.
getting to her.
Oh, it is. She's so salty. She's, at some point, she has to punch down or punch the fans, Like, I know
Yeah.
I'm not for everyone. Get out of here. She is so salty that they're probably telling her, shut up, be quiet.
Yeah.
We need to fix your image. Be quiet. And she's so salty about it. I found her acceptance speech.
Ooh, let's see it. Pull it up. Let's see it.
For me, it's in her Twitter bio. It's not just in her bio, in her handle. She has
In her
She,
handle, does she
Yes.
I'm
her-
like, oh.
as if nobody would know if you didn't put it there.
Are you sure?
oh my
I don't know.
god.
I mean, she's built like a 12-year-old boy, so
You like me. You really like me.
Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh.
Looks like a dildo.
It
Thank
does,
you.
doesn't it? I was
I
thinking
love
that, but I didn't
movies.
want to be the
I
one
love
that said it.
making them, and I am a fan of movies, and
Or a
I'm
vibrator.
surrounded by movie fans tonight, and
No,
movie
it looks
fans
like one
who
of those
voted, and
expensive
I'm so thankful
blenders.
to everyone who's
The
Oh,
bullet.
yeah.
the what?
Bullet thing. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Baby bullet.
Yeah, she's making a shake.
Oh my god.
take it and watch something that so many people have made. For so long in this business, I didn't think I fit in, but tonight you have made me feel like I don't have to change myself to be chosen, and I appreciate you so much.
Ew.
Aw.
I
Rachel,
had to
there's
change myself to be chosen, girl.
That is a shot at everybody who's been giving her shit. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. It is.
Rachel, there's nothing in this world that would be better if or
Who is
go
that
better
kid
for
and
you.
why is she so confused looking?
I don't know.
Sorry,
Looks
I didn't
like-
mean to interrupt you.
I don't have
Nina.
No,
to
that's
change
Sorry.
I don't have to change myself to be chosen. Yeah, that's a shot.
Thank you.
Pepper
That
grinder.
being said, so many people made this movie. I just want to thank Francis Lawrence, our director, Mark Hefka won tonight, Nina Jacobson, our producer,
Nina.
my camera operator, Dave Thompson, because everything that I did in heels, he did a couple steps behind me attached to a gigantic camera. I want to thank
Oh my gosh, she barely
She
did
had to
fit in
bring that up,
heels.
didn't
Oh
she?
my god.
I did it in heels, guys. That's why I'm
Weird,
an action star. I
weird.
did it in heels. I did it in heels.
So did Miss Marvel.
I know.
Brie Larson was in heels.
No, I have the
No, so
the best
did what's her
caption.
name? Bryce Dallas Howard. Okay, she ran in heels in Jurassic World. All right.
Yeah,
It's
that's
been
true.
done.
She did. She did.
Tom Blythe, who was the best scene partner. I want to thank Josh Rivera, who's the best.
I think that's her
life partner.
boyfriend.
Wait,
And,
pause
and my
it,
mom,
Tom.
my
When it goes back to her, 1 second. Pause it on her.
dad, and my sister, and Susan.
Okay. Would you like some pepper with that?
That's
Okay, I'm
No,
done.
I
I'm
want
sorry.
some
Like
more
the
of the
Parmesan.
breadsticks. Go get me the breadsticks.
I'm sorry.
Tell me.
Never
tell,
mind.
you're at- tell me when to stop. Just tell me-
Yeah.
I got it. It's an Olive Garden joke.
yeah. Tell me when to
Oh,
stop.
oh, I got that joke. I love all
And then they bring the Parmesan. They're like, "Tell me when to stop." It's like,
Yeah.
"No, you need to stop. Otherwise, you're going to be giving me all that cheese."
I know.
not one
I'm
for
always like,
pepper.
just keep it coming. Did I say stop? Did I say stop?
You know, the thing about this is if Rachel Ziegler had not been so abrasive in the way she talks about things, people would have just accepted her because she has a lot of talent. She has a very good voice. I mean, I actually genuinely enjoyed her songs from that movie. They were good. She has a great voice. You know, she's very talented. She just has such an abrasive, unlikable personality.
Yes,
Uh,
100%. Because
yeah.
I was one of like the 10 people that saw West Side Story because I
did
like
too.
musicals and I love. Hey, all right, 2 out of the 10 people are on this panel right now. But I actually liked. I didn't like that movie because they changed way too much. I didn't like where they put the songs and how they changed it. But I thought she was good in it.
Mhm.
I thought her voice was beautiful, and she did a really good job. Unfortunately, you're absolutely right. She has a terrible personality. She's incredibly snobby. She's the girl that you hate at school. Like she's just so unlikable.
She's resentful. She thinks she's so smart. She's basically she's a stand-in for all the bad qualities that Gen Y and Gen Z are known for. Arrogance, thinking they're smarter than everyone else, and
Oh, here's another little tidbit about this People's Choice Award that makes it even less likely that she actually won. This seems like a marketing thing because it says that Jennifer Lawrence won the People's Choice Award for like that same character, and now
Well,
she's won it.
And that makes sense because her character actually does
yeah.
action. She
Yeah,
shoots
she-
the bow, like
Yes.
she kills people in that movie.
There was actually
like,
stuff that she did in that movie that requires, that considers her to be an action star in that movie.
yes.
Whereas
How
this
come-
one, nothing.
How come her award is so much nicer? Like, what happened to the award?
It was a downgrade.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened to
totally-
the award?
It's totally a pepper
I know.
grinder.
I remember the People's Choice Awards being like that. Like always.
Yeah, the
Did they
clear
change
one.
the
That's
design or something? Yeah.
apparently because this is what it looks like now. This looks like a bottle of hair conditioner. Like I'm like,
It
what-
looks like a-
what is this?
It looks like a pepper grater. Like,
Yeah.
looks like-
I mean, that's the ugliest award I've ever seen.
What
Like there's nothing to it. It's just a tube of gold.
Yeah.
oh my god. Well, anyway, sorry. We have to
her
move
face
on
is
now.
like, I beat
We have
out.
to move on.
Keanu."
Yes. Okay.
But it's just next level. That was the ugliest award I've ever seen. That was the ugliest upgrade. Like, that is a downgrade on that
Yeah.
award. I guess like even the award making people are going through the DEI. Guess who's making that award? That's not good. Do you want to? Should we do some super chats before we go into the?
We
next
probably should move
topic?
on for you, right, Nina?
Okay. all
Yeah,
right.
let's keep
Let's-
going here.
Let's keep going. Okay, let's do the Kristen Stewart thing.
Let's
Let's talk about that real quick, and then we'll get into the. Let's do
Yeah.
this super chat real quick since it has to do with Rachel. Jason
Oh.
Webster here with an Australian $5 redos. I think Steph hasn't read one yet, so go ahead.
Jason Webster 5. The only thing Rachel hits is a new low anytime she opens her mouth during a press engagement promoting movie. Yep.
Oh my god,
That's why they
this is
stopped
true.
her. They've said, be quiet.
So the next thing we're going to talk about is this other lady, very toxic, not in a good way. Kristen Stewart, who you may know as what was her name, Bella in
Oh, Bella
And-
Swan.
Bella Swan in
Bella Swan.
Twilight.
But
You
she
know, and
also did that redo of Charlie's
Angels.
oh, that's right. That's right. Was she gay then? Because she turned gay.
Yeah, she was
in-
gay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I actually didn't know that she was gay until I read this article.
I
and was
think
like,
she turned
"Oh."
gay after she cheated on Robert Pattinson.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what happened because I was like, wasn't she like dating Robert Pattinson forever?
Yeah.
And then she turned gay all of a sudden. And then I was like, does that mean like Robert Pattinson turns women into gay? Like
He and I
mean-
have a running like tabulation. He's beating me at this point, but I'm getting there.
oh no. Well, this is it right here. I mean, we all saw the Rolling Stone cover going around. This was it right here.
Ugh.
And it says Kristen Stewart poses with her hand down her
Blech.
rock strap. I want to do the gayest fucking thing. And I read this interview. And like, okay, for me, it's funny
my God.
because like she's a lesbian. So like when you're gay and you're a woman, you're a lesbian. So I don't understand why she wants to do this like gay thing, but she wants to do like the masculine gay thing where she looks like a dude. Like I'm like, okay, if you're a lesbian, you can own being a lesbian and be proud of that.
She's
Like that's
in a
cool.
relationship with a man. She's not
No.
a lesbian.
No, she's I think dating or married to a woman. This
Oh,
blonde
really?
woman. Yeah.
She switched teams.
She switched teams, Carrie. Um,
Oh, it's a woman named Dylan. I thought that was a man. I'm sorry. I was like,
no,
never mind.
no.
Sorry. Okay,
Yeah,
never mind.
she's dating this chick. Her name is, I forgot her name. Yeah, Dylan Meyer or whatever.
Okay.
Which let me show you a picture of them together because this picture, like, very lesbian picture, like, lesbian and proud, and they both look lovely, clean hair,
pretty.
very, they
She's
look
pretty.
lovely.
Yes.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
both pretty. Just hanging out at the Critics' Choice Award in this photo, and it's just like
Let's go lipstick.
yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
very nice, and just inviting photo. But then you have her going off on this Rolling Stone article, being like, "I'm fucking gay, man. Yeah, fucking gay. Woo!" Like, it's
Didn't she say something about how she wants to have like a teeny tiny mustache and some chest hair or something?
something like that. And she says she wants to be like I don't know, a new sex symbol. It's like this whole thing. Now, you guys might be asking why she has this weird mullet cut, though.
It's
And
awful.
I
Just-
found out the reason for this is because this is the hairstyle she has for a new movie she has coming out, and the movie is called what was it? Blood.
Is her name Tammy, and is she from the trailer part?
No, I don't think so, but I mean, she may as well be. It was like it's called like Blood something something, Blood and look at this.
Can I just say that woman definitely wears like a wolf shirt?
Yeah, this is what she said. If I could grow a little mustache, if I could grow a fucking king happy trail and unbutton my pants, I would.
That's what she
Guys,
Well-
I'm sorry. Their fucking pubes are shoved in my face constantly, and I'm like, bring it in. Like, who talks like
Ew.
this, man?
She's so gross. I just sent you
Ugh.
guys in the private chat. I dropped you a link. Somebody's already done a mashup of what she would look like with a sexy little mustache. So I'm just gonna show
Oh,
people.
Oh
See,
God.
Like, even in this photo shoot, like she's hanging out with these dudes that are like gay, I guess. But it's like you're not gay though, Kristen. You're lesbian. And you should be hanging out with women, like, so because you're a lesbian, so you're saying you're a lesbo, and women are attracted to women. That's lesbianism. But she's pretending to be a dude gay, and it makes no sense to me. I'm just very confused about this.
Can I just say that this whole vibe is like it's the way she's talking and some of like the shirt, it's like she's a teenager that's rebelling and
Yeah.
she's like, I'm gonna do the gayest thing, and then the
Yeah.
shirt eat me. Like it's just like how ridiculous.
It's
I mean,
it's
okay.
wild.
It's also- Go ahead.
To play devil's advocate, all right? I'm going to play devil's advocate for a
Mhm.
bit.
You play it.
Kristen Stewart has always kind of been like an oddball.
Yeah,
this
she's
is-
been weird.
Yeah,
true.
this isn't the first time she's ever had a mullet. She's probably one of like the most terrible or one of the actresses with like the most terrible hairstyles in Hollywood, because this isn't the first time she's had a mullet. She actually shaved her head at one
True.
point.
True.
She's had it she's had a mohawk. She does terrible hairstyles. Even like the way she cuts it at one point, it was like it looked fucked up, like she let a toddler do it. And she's just out there, and she's always kind of been that way, so this isn't too surprising that she's like coming out and saying this stuff. It is very in tune with Kristen Stewart. Like, even when she was doing Twilight and she would do
Mhm.
interviews, like she was so
She was
awkward.
weird.
She
Yeah.
was awkward and weird, and
agree.
she's just always kind of been that way. So this isn't something like that is coming out of nowhere. She's always been this way.
That's true.
But
That's
what's
true.
but what gets me is that's all true. But Rolling Stone, when they put this on the cover, the thing about Rolling Stone and the thing about her and these younger actresses who want to pretend like they're creating this fantasy of what the world's like, right? And part of that fantasy is that we live in this oppressive society, and people are going to get triggered by a gendered non-conforming man. Let's do that. It's going to be so cool. They're going to get so triggered. And of course, predictably, Rolling Stone then published a false headline after the article came out, after the cover came out, saying right wingers they hate it. They're scared of. They said scared of, terrified of our cover.
Oh gosh.
And what they're missing here is none of this is new. I have a copy of Life magazine sitting here in my office from 1985. There's a whole spread on the inside about the best gender bending of the year 1984. There's pictures of Boy George and Annie Lennox and Grace Jones and tons of people, and they have callbacks to the 70s. So none of this is new. What people are reacting to is the misery that they're trying to sell us with this. It's almost like they're trying to say, not only be gender nonconforming, like celebrate masculinity but only in women, celebrate femininity but only in men. But also they present it in this really greasy, heroin addict, strung out, depressing kind of thing, and they're telling us this is sexy. And I think that's what that's what they're missing, is like people reacted to this cover not because it's gender bending, but because it's gender bending and it's greasy and depressing.
It's gross.
And gross.
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting. Like, what the hell is this?
But it's also like, for me as well, let's just take it a step further. Kristen Stewart grew up in Hollywood.
Yeah,
And
she
she's
did.
Yeah, she did. Like, I think her first role was when she was like 9 or 10.
Well,
So she-
actually,
so
that's
she, like,
you bring that up. It was with Jodie Foster, and she brings up that Jodie Foster in this and saying it goes Jodie Foster, me boy genius. She explained, I'm in the middle. Do you know what I mean? Jodie had such a hard time as a gay actor, and I'm not speaking for her. I'm objectively analyzing the time and place in which she was being her, and that is not easy. I would say fucking near impossible if you wanted to continue doing what you love. Now, here's the thing. First of all, again, I actually didn't know Jodie Foster was gay until this article.
Really?
And I was
yeah,
Really?
one of
she's
the
gay.
reasons, yeah,
She's
I
been
didn't
one of the
know.
most open. She's
Yeah,
an open lesbian for years. Yeah.
But I didn't know because that was one of the things about Jodie Foster's movies at the time is that it wasn't really advertised as part of her characteristics to
Yes.
be like,
No.
oh, I'm gay and I'm in Contact. I'm gay and I'm in Panic Room. I'm gay and I'm in this this other movie. Like it's whatever the hell that movie was that she did. That's the movie that she did with Jodie Foster was Panic Room, I think.
Yeah.
But it's like, I just like. But she comes from the old Hollywood or the old times where being gay wasn't your only personality trait. And so that's why I didn't really know or care about her sexuality. Like it wasn't a part of like that. That wasn't a part of thing that I needed to know about Jodie Foster. I just like Jodie Foster movies because she's fucking awesome.
Yes, she
She's a
doesn't
great
make it a big
actress.
deal.
right.
Yeah.
The work speaks for. She lets the work speak for itself. Like
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Kristen also had other things to say, but let me pull up this other thing that Carrie shared with us first. Because I wanted to hear what Kristen had to say about that. Here is
This
But
is
I would really
Yeah,
like to
right.
know, wouldn't you love to ask like a gay
That's-
woman,
I'm sorry.
like are gay women into the jockstrap picture? Like, is that a thing? Because I don't really know that there's an audience across the board that finds that appealing.
I don't know.
Don't look at this. Don't you find this appealing? Look at that sexy little mustache.
A full-on beard.
She looks like
that
Jared
is a
Leto.
beard. Yeah, that is. She looks like she could be Jared Leto's little brother. Like that is funny.
Like Garrett Leto or something.
Now, just so you guys know, she is promoting this movie, and this is why she got the haircut. It's for this movie, Love Lies Bleeding. Obviously she's a lesbian in it. It's about like lesbian bodybuilders or something like that.
Of course it is.
In the
Mhm.
80s. So that's why they have these haircuts. And obviously, like this is an 80s themed movie. So it's not something she
Yeah.
just did like, oh, I'm just gonna go get an 80s mullet haircut and call it a day. Like it wasn't like that. She was doing it for a role. So I just wanted to let you guys know this. You know who else is in this movie that I was like shocked about? This dude. Well, what's his name? I think he's the bad guy. Ed Harris is in this.
Oh wow.
I was like,
okay.
Yeah, the trailer wasn't like too bad. I mean, it could even be interesting if I didn't care about her being a lesbian. Like it could have actually been an interesting movie. Like if I just happened to see the trailer and it was like, oh, okay, like maybe I'll give that a shot because I like period pieces and I like stuff that, like I like the stuff set in the 80s or like whatever. But just the way that it's being promoted, I'm like, I'm so not interested in how you're promoting this movie. Let me pull up this other thing. Okay, so here's what she had to say also about more about being a sex symbol in Hollywood. Okay, here we go.
A few days ago, a rather intimate story about you appeared in Rolling Stone magazine that kind of went viral.
I couldn't wait to come do this press conference for all the follow-up questions.
Right.
I
this
woke up
is
this
one of-
morning.
I never understand about this stuff about actresses or actors. It's like, what do you expect to do? Like, I don't like, of course they're going to ask you about your recent interview in Rolling Stone, especially ones that has triggered the right wingers so much. Like, what did you expect to do? Just
That's
sit
what,
there
that's
and,
what
like,
they wanted
nothing?
to happen.
Yeah.
Exactly. So of course they're going to do like follow-up questions. Like, oh, I'm so excited to be here and answer your questions. Isn't that your job? Well, okay.
So excited about it. Yeah.
I even saw a podcast based on the iconic cover. So that was kind of mad. And I was wondering how you personally feel about this huge public interest in you and your story.
I mean, there are sort of moments in time that you would like to encapsulate and sort of, make a little make a little collaborative art project about a moment in your life. And that's kind of all that was. That's what the magazine gives people opportunities to do. And it was like,
That was a collaborative piece of art for your life. Like you're not gay. You're a lesbian. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep going.
I love how the writer of the story, who was great and shaped it really well, and I had a really nice time with her, called the story.
Did she now?
The whole cover was censored because the existence of a female body thrusting any type of sexuality at you that's not designed for or desired by exclusively cis straight males is like something that people are like.
Okay, so this part, I'm just
Cis
like, okay,
straight male cis.
what is she even talking about? Because even if you were, let's say, being a sex symbol for, straight men or whatever, it's Rolling Stone. It's not Hustler. Like, what do you mean? That you got a censored cover anyway? That did you want them to show you like your crotch? Like, did you want them to show your tits? Like, cause that would be like a Playboy magazine or like a Hustler magazine or something like that. Like, I don't even understand what she's trying to say with this. Like, I'm gonna rewind this a little bit because she's like, they censored it anyway.
Well, again,
what else do you want them to show?
Again, I don't understand who does think this is appealing. Like, because it's definitely not straight women either. So
certainly not. But I'm guessing maybe a sect of gay women. I don't know.
And I'd say there's a lot of gay women that's a no to. But continue.
I mean, I don't know. She definitely doesn't look very feminine. That's for sure.
No,
because the existence of a female body thrusting any whole cover was very uncensored and and I had a really nice time with her. Called the story Uncensored, and then the whole cover was censored because the existence of a female body thrusting any type of sexuality at you that's not designed for or desired by exclusively cis straight males is like something that people are like not like super comfy with, and so I'm really happy with it. I had a good time, and I thank Rose for the kind of
looks like shit
combination
she does.
of references. I don't know.
She looks very tired.
We did this movie
and or on drugs. I don't know what's going on.
And it was like,
sounds like hell too.
She's too young to have. I mean, the dark circles. I've had those before, and it was usually it's you're eating too much salt, or you're drinking too much, or you're not sleeping enough, or
not enough sleep,
smoking, any of those things. But like, you're too young to have those dark circles, girl.
I agree.
The person who we normally don't listen to, the person that we normally don't look at, like, she's up front and center in her movie. And just toying with the idea of strength, because the interviews that we do as artists, as female artists, are so prescriptively pushing this idea of empowerment, because it makes everyone else more comfortable about the fact that we've been so oppressed. And so it's like, it's definitely okay to take things, different pictures, mix them up in a way that people aren't used to, and go, that's okay too. In fact, it's pervasive and it's everywhere and it's being denied. And it's crazy that it's crazy that there aren't more pictures like that. It wasn't that big of a deal. So I loved the opportunity.
I mean, she's kind of right about the end part because of what you said, Carrie. Like, it's not a big deal. It hasn't been a big deal since the actual 80s. But
I mean, it's been happening
gross.
Since the 70s in pop culture, like modern pop culture. I mean, nothing is the way that they always act like they're pioneers just cracks me up.
I know. Freaking
women have been wearing men's shirts and boxers and other shit for years. And guess what? Most of the time they're sexy. That was not sexy. That was just weird and disgusting.
Yeah.
I can't even see how a lesbian would find that attractive. But
that's bad. Like, I would like the poll taken.
It's so gross. She looks like she's wearing a jock strap, and then
she is wearing a jock strap.
She is.
Yeah, but like, what's sexy about a jock strap? I mean, I don't even think a jock strap is sexy on a freaking.
It's perverse because
yes,
that's what it is. It's perverse. A woman is wearing it. And it's not a sexy woman, like, traditionally, it's a lesbian woman.
I feel like even if Henry Cavill was wearing this jock strap,
considered
I'd be like, ugh.
That's
Oh,
what they
I
do.
agree, Nina. Like, I don't think there's any way to make this attractive, even if it was a man with that jock strap on
Yeah.
hanging out. But what I was gonna say, the picture, when I look at the picture, I just see like you can smell her from here. Like she looks
I know. She
smelly.
looks so
Like she needs a
smelly.
bath.
Yeah.
She somebody, one of the best comments I saw, I don't know who made of it. One of the best comments I saw to Rolling Stone was like, "Hey, Rolling Stone, have you ever considered putting musicians who can play instruments and sing songs on your cover?" Because it's like it's just gotten so far away from what Rolling Stone is supposed to be about. It's like,
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is so true, Carrie. I didn't even like think about that. I'm
Yeah.
like, I mean, they may as well put like the other chick on here, Rachel Zegler. At least she sings. Like, that would make sense. But this chick,
but
I
no,
don't know
they're
what's going
trying to
on.
disrupt the cis heteropatriarchy. It's like you're Rolling
This
Stone.
smells. Oh my god. Yeah, and they're like the Rolling Stones like, yeah, let's disrupt that like this what you just said, but like fuck
This
those
is
cis males though. Fuck them all.
it's so stupid.
Nobody cares about that. Very gross.
Rolling Stone has been garbage since like the 80s or 90s anyway. They've been so like left leaning and
Mhm.
into a lot of this crap for years. So yeah.
Ugh.
It's been kind of gross. Okay, so I have to leave soon. Do you guys want to do like super chats and then I go and then you do the X-Men thing, or do you want to just go into the X-Men? Whatever you
Let's
guys
just
do.
go into
Every-
X-Men and then you can bounce when
Okay,
you got
then I
to.
can bounce. All right. I'm gonna start with this thing here, and then just kind of say my piece, and then we can, and then you guys can take over. But I mean, I saw we've all basically seen the trailer. I mean, I have the trailer pulled up too, so you guys can watch and react to it. But this is X-Men 97 versus Jim Lee's X-Men, and this is the new one. This is the old one, and I gotta say, like, I mean, we all know they don't like TNA, like they don't like tits and ass. We know that already, okay? Like that's
Yeah.
why there's like
We have to
literally like
stop the
no
male gaze, even
the
on
male gate
cartoons.
must stop.
Yeah.
But I mean, what about Logan's like hairy arms? Like, I mean, the guy, he's a hairy character. He's always been had the hairy chest. He's had the hairy arms. And this dude, like, he looks like he went and got a Brazilian wax. Like, what is going on over here? Like, you don't even get hair for
Too
Logan.
masculine.
Too masculine. I was just about to say that.
Gee,
It's
can-
too masculine.
only the ladies can be masculine. Okay.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, look at Jane here. This is the most masculine pose I've ever seen anyone do ever. Like, it's like, what is going on with this? And then on here, you see how her hand is hidden under like his collar? That's a cheat. That's a cheat that bad artists do that don't know how to draw hands. Because if you pay
Ugh.
attention to the other one, look, there's her hand. Because this person knew how to draw hands. But on the other
I didn't
one,
even notice that.
the hand's gone because these people don't know how to draw properly. And also, Jubilee's fat now.
I was
She's
gonna
definitely-
say.
I mean, look at her. She's like I mean, she's been really eating that popcorn and sipping on that juice. Like, I mean, I don't know what's going on, but very fat. Okay. That's I mean, it's just unfortunate. Tom has some really amazing thing pulled up though. Tom, you want to play a little bit of that? The this is
Okay.
the yeah, go ahead, Tom.
Set this
Some
up.
of the showrunners slash writers of the new X-Men show. And this is actually the guy who worked on The Witcher and that Moon Knight show and crap like that. So yeah.
Oh my god. He was
Yeah, so
he
this is
worked on
his
Moon Knight.
reaction to, or this is him going into talking to Kevin Feige and stuff about the show.
And then just went, came up with a pitched it to Kevin Feige, and him and Brad could not have been more just supportive and also just encouraging to make sure that we got it right. I think one of my favorite parts was like they were truly interested in like what my experience as a Black gay man was. Truly interested in like what my experience as a Black gay man was.
Why does that
And
matter?
how it was going to inform the story we were telling.
I don't understand why does that matter for like a
Yeah.
cartoon called the X-Men? I don't.
They wanna
Maybe
know about
Kevin wanted a
Twilight.
blowy. I don't know.
Oh no.
So they want to know your experience as a black gay man and how that would affect the story that they're trying to tell. That's what he's saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like I
Okay.
mean, because the X-Men, famously is just all about gay people and lesbians and
Well, it
all
is
the
now.
LGBTQ and I mean anything really, like I don't remember if there was a Persian person on there. Was there any Persian people on there?
I don't think so.
We were other enough for the other group at the time. I guess that's it. But I mean, it's just like it's crazy. And there's the trailer. Like you guys, you guys should definitely react to the trailer when I leave, because this is the most ridiculous thing ever. I'm gonna post it in the back there, Tom, for you, so it's easier to access. But then we also saw this coming out.
That guy, just real quick, that
Mhm.
guy you just played who said that, and what is he, the new showrunner or something? for
Yeah.
X-Men? Okay. So he looks like Sean King, who's the notorious
Yes.
race
Oh.
drifter.
He does. He does look like Sean King.
That's who I thought he was at first. And some people call Sean King, Talcum X. And
Talcum X.
they call him Mayo Angelo. And and this guy's real name is Bo DeMayo. I just thought that was funny.
Oh, that's so funny.
Anyway, got Mayo in the name. He looks like Sean King.
He
Mayo
does.
Angelo.
It's so funny because I was like, when I was looking at him, I was like, I can't place him, but he looks so familiar. And then you just said it, and I was like, that's exactly who he looks like. But okay, I've got to go. Thank you for all you ladies for being here and finishing out the show for me, and Tom, of course. Thank you guys so much. And you guys stay tuned here on Toxic Femininity. I'm running over to another show to do a little interview with Larry Sharp. And then afterwards, you guys can come over there. But please stay here and hang out with these amazing ladies and Tom. And I will see you guys next time, everybody. Bye.
See you, Nina.
Bye.
Bye.
Tom, how does it make you feel when it's like these amazing ladies and Tom?
I'm kind of used to it, but I did my hair for tonight, so
You did.
and my makeup.
Aw. It looks great.
He's glammed.
So yeah. So do you guys want to watch this trailer or?
Yeah,
Sure.
let's watch the trailer. I actually haven't seen it.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
Me either.
Mm,
Can we get away with it?
I think so.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. I love the music though, like the X-Men music back. Oh, it's so good. The
I never
intro
watched the old show.
music. Well, get on it.
Watch the series finale of X-Men next Saturday morning. Check your local listings.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Two
Dun-dun-dun.
hands to say goodbye. I am proud of you all, my X-Men.
Fate lies in our hands now. Now.
We have to stay vigilant. The professor entrusted us with his dream.
No matter how dark it is, we must believe in each other.
We get this done by working together as a team.
Geez, Thub, keep buzzing in my ear.
Dun.
Heads up!
Let's go, Gambit.
To me, my X-Men. Magneto.
The last will and testament of Charles Xavier. Everything he built now belongs to me.
Interesting. I don't see anything in that. I mean, I didn't watch the original, so I can't really comment on this.
The music is good.
Yeah, I can't judge this at all because I've not seen the OG one.
I watched it when I was young. This looks exciting to me. I didn't see anything in there that would have triggered me thinking, oh gosh, they're doing it to this. But now knowing what I know about the showrunner, Bo DiMaio, and some non-binary character, it's like, okay. They hit it from the trailer, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And then the Empire had a bunch of character descriptions, and all of them are about feelings and relationships and stuff. And it's just like, so I feel like this is going to be a big bait and switch. And then if you really look closely, a lot of things like Yellow Flash has been breaking down the trailer's poor art in comparison to the original show and stuff, and how they're really dumbing down the women's features and their physiques.
Yeah, that's one
Yeah.
thing that I did notice. Like the animation style is there's a clear difference between the two. It is noticeable, even with this small trailer, like, and just flashes of the animation of these characters. It's noticeable.
You mean the
It's
quality is not
noticeably
as
different.
good?
Yeah, the quality of like the animation and the artistic style of the characters.
It has
Like,
a
it's
sterile
very
feeling
different.
to it, too, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Either that or I'm just like you put up this wall, right? As a consumer of these products, you put up this wall where you're like, I don't want to get too excited because I know it's not going to be what I want.
Yeah, because
I don't wanna
it's going to be woke regardless.
I know.
Do
I
you
don't
so
wanna
you
get
have
too
your
excited.
wall up as a big fan? Yeah.
Yes, I have my wall up on everything, actually.
I'm going to build a wall.
I'm gonna build a wall. I keep it up. I finished it. This wall is built.
So yeah. So let's see what you guys are talking about out in the chat. What do you guys think? Let's start with Carrie. You want to read this one from Arza Plays?
Arza Plays for $5. Thank you so much. Says this absolutely is regressive and hurts the gay community 100%. It creates new homophobes and hurts us. Also, NB wasn't a thing. Non-binary wasn't a thing until early 2000, not the 90s.
Yeah, talking about X-Men. Yeah. And I don't even remember non-binary being a thing in the 90s.
I don't either.
Or is that talking about Kristen Stewart?
No, this
Yeah.
is talking about X-Men, I
Oh,
believe.
okay.
Because we actually bounced around a little bit.
Oh, okay.
But even if we want to refer to like Kristen Stewart thing, I mean, again, like what she's doing is just reinforcing more stereotypes, right?
Definitely.
Of course, lesbians are all butch and dyke, like they're going to go out there and wear men's clothes and look like men. It's like, whatever.
Have you guys ever heard the expression, I think it's the reaction is the action. Like Saul Alinsky in Rules for Radicals, like a lot of times these social engineers who push ideology like social justice and woke ideology, they want to provoke a reaction that creates the thing they want. So this comment's interesting to me because it's almost like by pushing this constantly in everyone's face, they want to create homophobes that they say exist. You know what I mean? It's almost like they want to create this backlash so they can point to it and say, look,
And say
now
they're-
we have to implement XYZ.
Well, I think that's just something that would naturally happen, right? The more that you put out there and the more that it's pushed and pushed and pushed, maybe people that weren't paying attention to it at first are now paying attention to it. So like there's more people having reactions to all of this stuff. So yeah, that's like a natural progression of I think it is like the more people that see it, the more that it gets out there with more eyes, like you're gonna have way more reactions than you normally would.
Kind of like a Streisand effect of sorts. Yes. Like, of course, like a lot of people who are fine with people just being gay or gay people getting married or lesbians getting married and living their own lives, their own way, doing their thing. We're fine with that. But then when you start shoving it everywhere, and that's where I think a lot of people are like, whoa, time out. I got no issues with gay people, but I don't need to talk to my, 3-year-old kid about this yet. Like that's where I think that this kid hit a wall. And then I think a lot of these people are using those kind of things as like, well, of course you're against it. And And the weird thing is you would think that a lot of gay and lesbian and LGBTQ whatever people would be used to this idea that you're gonna hit some resistance, right? Especially when you're this prominent, like you were just saying, Steph. It's like it's everywhere now. Of course, you're gonna get some people with some blowback on it, just in certain directions. Whether it's right or wrong, that's not up for me to decide. But I don't think it's right for them to constantly, cry victim when half the time they're more like cry bullies. And I think you're right, Steph, in that respect too. Yeah, I think when it's in middle America now, it's kind of hard to deny that some people are not going to want to say something about it. Yeah.
Well, and I think too, what kind of wears down people at a point is it's like they didn't want just us to accept it. Or no. Let me change that word. They didn't want tolerance. Tolerance, I don't have to agree
Right.
with something, but I accept it. I'm not gonna harm, I'm not gonna say anything, yada yada yada, as far as like I'm never gonna hurt that person, stuff like that. They want us to not only accept it, but celebrate it. And then the way they push it, you would feel like statistically speaking, if you watched HGTV and you had no other concept of America, you would think that from the stats they do, you would think that, I don't know, at least 50% of the population is gay. So,
Right.
so my point is,
Yeah.
they've tried to push it so hard of beyond just people tolerating it and being like fine
Yes.
with it. It's like they're not happy until the whole world's gay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
No,
and
that's a
that
great
just,
point. Yeah.
the whole world's never going to be gay. It's always going to be minority. Like, accept it and move on.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
they
So,
almost want to create the boogeyman that they say exists, you know? So
yep.
it's like if and the
Yeah.
more they can push it in your face, whether it's race or the LGBTQ alphabet stuff or the more likelihood they have of doing that, of creating that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. I see
Uh,
this one's for me.
yeah. Go ahead.
So this one-
Taylor Swift is overrated and sings out of her butt for $1.99. Tom just had Michelle sing a new intro. I
Well,
feel
it's
like
funny you
that would make
mentioned
the
that.
I feel like that would make the view count go down really quickly.
Well, I think you probably have a beautiful voice. I know I was talking about writing a new song for the intro just so we didn't have to deal with any BS. So yeah, it's kind of funny you mentioned that. But yeah, well, we'll have to see. Maybe Michelle can sing it. Are you saying you can't sing or what?
I'm saying I've got many I feel God's given me many talents in life, but singing is not one of them.
All right,
Same.
we'll test it maybe. Brian Keith says, I have to ask, what is a 304 ho? I don't know what a 304
Well,
ho is.
somebody
I saw it explain it in the chat. They said that 304 is HOE on your keyboard, right?
Oh,
On your keypad.
gotcha.
Oh no,
or
it's not. Wait,
an
no.
Is it
old school
upside down, maybe?
calculator.
Oh yeah. HOE. Yeah,
Oh,
upside down.
gotcha. Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Oh.
Steph, you want to read Paired Heads here?
Parrot Head for 2. How come Bat Tom wasn't nominated?
I know, right?
Where's Bat Tom?
Can
Bat
Bat
Tom
Tom
is better than
I
Rachel
tried.
Zegler.
Hang on. Yeah, I do about more action than that chick when I'm in the bathroom.
But can you sing?
What do you
Yeah.
sing?
Jinx.
Exit light.
Wait.
Enter night. Take my hand. But the never end.
There you go. Bat Tom over Rachel Zegler any day. Any day.
If I leave here tomorrow, would you still remember me? Because I'm as free as a bird. I gotta go.
He was robbed. He was robbed. He was robbed.
All right. I don't need any copyright claims. Carrie, you want to grab that one?
Zephyr for $2 Canadian. Thank you for the super chat. Says this is grosser than
Nikocado
Nikocado.
avocado.
Is that the eater? Who's
Yeah,
that?
Yeah, he's that
the
big
crazy
chubby
eater.
dude. Yeah.
Anyway, they
I have
find
to
Kristen
agree.
Stewart grosser than that.
I have to agree.
Yeah. I can't believe Nick Avocado has an OnlyFans. It's just nasty.
Does he really? Ew.
He does, yeah.
I don't know who this is.
Oh,
Okay,
God, he's
don't go.
notorious.
Do not go down that rabbit hole.
Okay, so don't Google this.
He's been around for a really long time.
No. Basically, the short version, he was this YouTuber who started off doing fairly normal things. I think he was like he's gay or whatever, but like other than that, like he was just fairly normal.
Yeah, he
And
did mukbangs. He started doing
yeah,
he
mukbangs.
started
Whatever.
doing like vegan mukbangs, right? Because he was extremely thin and he was like a violinist, a professional violinist. He always had like this bird in his videos, whatever. And so he started doing vegan mukbangs. And then he stopped being vegan and he started doing like fast food mukbangs. And unfortunately, like the videos that like would get a lot of views for him were when he was eating an exorbitant amount of food and acting fucking retarded like in his videos. And he would eat so much and it was like on a daily basis he would consume a ton of food because he put out a video every single day eating a ton of food and he ended up getting fucking fat, dude. He is fat.
And he was funny for a while, but then he started getting like verbally and even physically abusive to his boyfriend and shit like that, and it got a little awkward. But
yeah, he like did a lot of like, I don't know, clickbaity things like we're breaking up, and his boyfriend was featured in his videos too. And oh man, it's bad. Yeah, he's fucking fat. I think like he went on I can't remember his name though. He's another popular YouTuber. He like people couldn't stand Nick Avocado. Like he gets hate clicks. Like that's his whole thing now. But he went on some other channel and like
was it Ethan Ralph or somebody else?
No. It was another guy. I can't remember his name, but he went on his channel and they did like a collab and people actually started liking Nick Avocado and he started to like lose weight, but then he gained it all back. It was crazy.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he just has like a lot of spaz outs and diva moments and stuff like that. Yeah. He can be funny sometimes, but then sometimes it's like, is he real or is this just an act? Yeah. Anyway, where did we leave off here? I don't even remember.
I think it's me. Mr.
Is it you,
Tickle
Michelle?
Trunk.
Okay.
It is. For the $2 super chat, Kristen Stewart has always been a tomboy bisexual. Has she always been a bisexual though? I know she's always been weird.
Yeah, even she's been bisexual. Yeah, even like in Twilight. Yeah, she's.
Yeah, I especially remember when she did the Joan Jett, when she played Joan Jett in the Runaway movie. Oh, I'm trying to. Is that what it was called? Like the Runaways?
Yeah, she played Joan Jett. Yeah, in Runaways. I think that's what.
Well, she was all right in that. That was probably one of her best performances. But then again, Joan Jett too. So
yeah, she had a. What is that stupid party in the business in the front?
mullet. Yeah,
a mullet. She had a mullet in that movie too.
But so did Joan Jett in the 80s.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like she's rocked the mullet before, not the first time.
It's good casting, that one.
Yeah.
That one worked, yeah. And then other than that, though, I can't stand her. But like even there, you could tell. And even that movie, I'm trying to remember, that movie even really play up the fact that she was lesbian or not? I don't even remember now. It's been like 10 years since I've seen it. It wasn't a bad movie or anything. It just, I just don't remember. But anyway,
I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's good, but it's just must not be that great because I don't remember it that well. I remember bits and pieces of it though. I remember the guy who plays Zod. What's his name? He's in it. Shannon, Michael Shannon. He's in it, and Dakota Fanning's in it. And
okay,
does everyone have a mullet?
No,
okay,
but they need one. I saw a kid this weekend that was rocking a mullet, and he looked. I'm like, now that kid knows how to rock a mullet. Like this kid was like 12, and I'm like. Anyway, John Thomas is coming in with $5. I think it's your turn, Steph.
It's not that voting is fortified. It's just no one cared to vote.
Oh, for the People's Choice.
For the People's Choice Awards. Yeah. People just don't care about award shows anymore. They've had it with celebrities. They're insufferable nowadays.
Well, and it just shows you that social media is the only ones who vote because, look who won.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We got Jason Webster next, Carrie, if you want to grab that one.
Jason Webster for $5 Thank you. Says, to those who lost the award to Rachel Zegler, don't be upset. You'll be able to get one the next time you buy, especially marked box of cereals.
Or any Kellogg cereal or just Cheerio? No, wait, is that Mills? I don't remember. Anyway, we got Dalbin, who's been here for 28 months. Thank you for that. Emilio is a new member, and Emilio. I should say this right. Emilio. Gifted 5 memberships.
Look at that avatar too.
Emilio.
I used to love that movie as a kid.
I did too. Oh my god, I love that movie. It was so funny. And I was like,
And I was like, Emilio.
And then we got Mac.
Yes, Mac for $2. Has she been re-educated by Disney? #cult speak. I think he's talking
that's a
about
good
Rachel.
question. Yeah, because like her responses and things she's saying. Yeah, what do you ladies think? Do you think she's had a talking to by Disney about don't shit on the movies, don't shit on the fans anymore?
Yes.
Rachel
I do.
Zegler? Yes, 100%. Yeah, that's why she's salty. That's why she's taking shots without like really taking shots.
Is that
I feel like
passive aggressive?
it's very passive aggressive. Technically, it's like not a shot at fans. It's more a shot at whoever is telling her to shut up. That's what it sounds like.
So the fans of Disney. Anyway.
No, not the fan, like Disney or her agent or whoever. Because the first thing that she said was like, "See, this just proves that I don't have to change for people to like me." Like, because they probably told her like, "Hey, people don't like you. They don't like your attitude. You need to settle down, stop tweeting this out." They probably are telling her to be quiet because people don't like her, what she's saying, and it's pissing people off. And I think it more feels like she took a shot at whoever is telling her to be quiet, not necessarily fans. Fans are just telling her like, "You're a bitch. We hate you. You're insufferable." But we wouldn't tell her to be quiet. We wouldn't tell her like, "Shut your mouth." She has every right to say whatever cringe thing she wants to put out there. We're just going to tell her that she sounds like an idiot. But the people behind the scenes are going to tell her, "Hey, you need to be quiet. You have a movie coming out and we can't have your mouth destroying this movie that's about to come out because we put a lot of work into this. We had to put a lot of money into it. And if you continue to run your mouth, people aren't going to go see it." And word of mouth is important for movies nowadays. So I think that those are the shots that she's taking are like at the people that are telling her to be quiet.
Yes. Yeah.
Interesting. I think what I learned more from this, because I thought both times she was being told by the studio what to say. I think that I have to say that those who thought the other way around, that when she was first speaking, that was closer to her feelings or her real feelings, I think they're probably more correct, even if they were the things that Disney were trying to say at the time. But I think you guys are right about that. As far as re-education, I think she has been told to shut up.
Mm-hmm.
At least
Yeah,
by
100%.
definitely surely by her agent.
Yeah, 100%.
Carrie has nothing to say on that. It looks like so.
Oh, I saw Davina in the chat said Pattinson dodged a mullet.
That one's pretty good.
I like a pun.
That's cute. That's funny. Pattinson's gonna be a dad, isn't
Give me a
he?
second.
Isn't he gonna?
Yeah,
be a
yeah,
dad?
he is with
Yeah.
what's her name? Zuki something.
He's gonna be a
Oh my
dad.
God.
When I saw that, I was like, "Yay!"
You're gonna kill me, man.
He definitely dodged a mullet though with that. 100% he did. Not wrong.
All right, I think I'm okay.
Oh, are you okay, Tom? I didn't know.
I think so. Like, it caught me off guard. I was like,
It's Davina's fault.
now I'm going to start laughing again. All right. Max sends in $2 and says, oh, wait, we got this one already.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're on, I think, is it your turn, Michelle, again? We're on Jesus Davila, I think.
I'll go for it. Jesus, thank you for the $5 super chat. And this turtle is for Tom.
I like turtles.
Did you guys see the video? I know Nina, she was the one who posted it, and she's gone now, but it's the little girl that's got a bunch of turtles in a tank, and they're all screwing.
No. They're all what?
The little girl's like, that one's giving that one a back massage. And
Oh.
And she's like, it's just a little girl. It's so adorable because it's like we all know what they're doing, but it's like it's just so cute. In this world that we have right now, with so much where kids are just shoved this shit, and it's adorable to see a kid, even if she may have half a clue. She's trying to convince herself that that's what those turtles are doing. They're not.
Back rub. Oh.
And some other stuff. It was really cute. Yeah, Nina posted it. Or she retweeted it,
Is
whatever.
this it?
Maybe
Oh
you
my
found
god, I found it.
it. Did you? You can play it if you found it. Go for it. It's really adorable.
Oh. Oh no.
Can you share it? Or do you want me to share it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, cool. Oh, here it is.
The turtle standing up. The turtle needs to sit down.
Oh my
Or maybe a piggyback ride.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
A piggyback ride.
I heard a noise from it. It rolled his eyes at me.
I bet he rolled his eyes.
Yeah, he needs to get off that turtle. Happening.
Oh my god. He rolled his eyes at me.
Turtles are adorable though with
Oh
the
my
noises they
gosh.
make. It's like
Yeah, he made a noise at me. Oh
It's
my
funny the adult who's taping is like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Or just says
That's
something like,
what's going on.
If I was the dad though, I would have played right along with
Yeah,
it.
of
I would
course.
I would have just been like, yeah, and that one's doing a great job.
Yeah, that's a deep tissue massage right there. That's
Yes.
That's what that is.
Their shells get sore. So yeah. Turtle lovers unite.
I like turtles.
That was
And loving
cute.
turtles
Oh my God.
unite. Ooh. My. They are kind of adorable when they do that. Then we got Valiant in the house. I think Steph, we're on you now, I think.
Valiant Renegade. What's up, dude? Hi. Miss you. For 20. God gave Rogue many talents in life, but an X-Men 97 remake, an ass wasn't one of them. Yeah, they took they took ass away.
Yeah, Yellow Flash pointed that one out.
Yeah. She ain't got that booty no more.
She's like very thin, no physique at all. Yeah. What do you want to call it? Yeah.
Well, that's animation. of
Carpenter's
women.
Dream and
Yeah, that's like animation right now of women in general. That's not anime, right? Anime is fine. Like they keep them curves, but no, right now in Western style animation, you got nothing. You're completely boxy. You got no boobs and no butt. Like it's so stupid too, because it's like the male gaze. We don't want the male gaze. Like, dude, it's animation. Like, who cares?
you know what I think it is, and I'm glad and I got you ladies here to confirm or deny this. I think it ain't got nothing to do with the male gaze. It has to do with the women who are jealous because they ain't got it. That's why.
Or like
Or
the
they got too
animators
much of
can't
that.
draw that.
That too. But it's like I just don't get it. And that's what I've heard more from some people is just like, yeah, it comes off more like women who are just jealous, basically. But I don't know what you ladies think. But yeah.
Well, I get what you're saying, Tom, because it can be like it's like kind of the Karen type female that, or I don't know, the girl that. No disrespect to anyone who doesn't like to wear makeup. I respect that for you. But there's like a type of girl that they felt superior to you because they didn't wear makeup. That girl, we've all met that girl.
Oh, I know that girl.
She's very annoying, you know? That type of woman, I could totally see being like, well, we're going to make her not sexy. Yeah, so I can kind of see what you're saying.
They've kind of like put their opinions over everybody else's life choice. You know,
Yes,
it's like-
yes.
Yeah. That type of thing. Like, oh, I don't like wearing makeup. I don't see the point in wearing makeup.
I
It
don't
does
wanna work
nothing.
out.
It does nothing. It has a bunch of, and then all of the excuses that they give, all of these chemicals.
I don't want to eat
I
right.
don't need that. You know, you just have to take care of your skin with skincare. You just have to do this and that. Put on sunblock. That's all I need. All I need is like some lip gloss and I'm good. It's like, well, that's great. That's good for you.
Do they
Yeah,
really say
yeah,
that I'm not
great
going to put
too,
those
man.
I'm sorry, Michelle. I was just saying, do they really say do women really say I don't want to put makeup because of all the chemicals?
Yes.
Some will, yeah, that's the thing.
These are
now.
the same bitches that are shoving chemicals down their throat that they buy at Walmart. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Well,
That
and a lot
justifies
of
their
them are
decision for not
on,
wearing makeup.
yeah, SSRIs and all kinds of, medications. But I think it's resentment is what all of you ladies are saying, that there's a resentment that some women have for, like a lot of that, women shouldn't be the object of the male gaze comes from women who feel like they got ripped off, like they're never the object of the male gaze.
Mhm.
I do think that absolutely exists. And so whoever they've got working there, it could be some of that, but also they've just bought into the social justice ideology is just this mishmash of, they co-opted every single identity-based movement, whether it was around race or sex or sexuality. And when they do that, then you've got these conflicting ideas within it. So because they co-opted feminism, they have a bunch of that, like, F your beauty standards feminist stuff in there. And, I'm not going to share, like Kristen Stewart and her, I want to be
We just-
hairy and greasy and
Can we just go back to the feminists that burnt their bras and stuff? Those were the fun ones.
Well, or the ones who actually, I think the last ones who actually did anything were the ones who the suffragettes, the one who got us the vote.
Oh yeah.
After
To
that,
be
it's just
honest,
been a
you're
bunch
right.
of
Yeah.
moaning and bitching.
Yeah, really. It was just an excuse because he got the birth control pill, as some people would say. So yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Well,
to me
and
that
can,
just took the virtue out of marriage and shit. So yeah. Anyway, sorry.
yeah. Can anyone give a side by side? Because I'm not familiar with X-Men, so can we get like a side by side of Rogue? Does anyone have that? I
I've
just want to see.
I've got
Let
one
me
pulled up.
see what I can bring up.
Here, I've got one.
You got one? Great.
Because I was curious when you were talking. I looked it up here.
Awesome.
I put it in the private chat.
Oh,
This guy, whoever he is, the Sleazy podcast.
This is one that Yellow Flash reposted too. Yep, because this is one I posted to never forget what they take it away from us. That's what I said.
Look at that round, juicy booty.
Here,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Let me move it over here. Here we go. There you go. Sorry, I had it on my widescreen. Now it's on my.
Seriously, look at that round, juicy booty. And now
That's
she's
one of the
got
most
nothing.
famous shots in cartoon history, right there. I shit you not. It is. I have seen that shot more times than I can count. But yeah, look at that. That's just.
God, it's flat as a board.
Yeah.
We went from a round, juicy booty to that.
Yeah.
There's like barely a crack there. Barely a crack. There's barely a crack there. F in the chat for the fallen juicy booty.
One, Michelle, you said you never really watched X-Men, but are you familiar with Rogue as a character, or?
I don't think so, because is Rogue in the movies, the new ones?
She is, and that's but the unique kind of point of her character is she is a gorgeous young woman, but you can't touch her.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
like that's the whole point.
Yes.
Yeah, so that kind of feeds into that idea that she is supposed to be a very good-looking young woman, right? Like, yeah.
Well, I finally feel represented by the one on the right, so.
I do too. Flat butt women unite.
Well, I got an Irish butt, so I can't even talk.
I will say I feel mine's a little better than that. I mean, you got to at least make it firm. You got to work with what God gave you. You got to tighten it up.
And it's not so much if that's what she had to work with, that's what she had to work with. I think the problem here is that
they subtract.
They altered it, right? And it's like it was fine the way it was. Why did you have to change it?
She went to the plastic surgeon and got a cheek reduction.
Right.
So.
Because I could never see myself as a superhero until I made Rogue's butt flat. Now I can see myself in the character.
Can I turn you on to a comic called I think it's Mother or whatever it was?
She needs to go back to that plastic surgeon and get a BBL. That's all I'm saying.
All right, now let's get back into the super chats. But thank you, Valiant, for that. That was fun. Hillis says here, whose turn is it? I think it's Carrie's.
Hillis Mallory for $2. Thanks, Hillis. Says, hello, ladies. I'm sorry I missed the beginning. Well,
Nope,
go
half
back
of
and
them
watch
did.
the beginning because Tom does a fun temporary intro song.
Yeah. You can watch it at 1.25 speed. And I think I'm all out of whack here. I don't even remember who went last anymore. We'll just give them away at any point. We'll just go with the order we're in now. Michelle, I think you're going to go next now.
And
I don't even know
Lorem,
where
I
it
believe
was.
I say that for $10. You can tell X-Men'97 was made by people that spent their teenage and young adult years tethered to online communities like Reddit, Tumblr, and DeviantArt.
It's even worse than this.
Mm-hmm.
This have you ladies read Film Threats expose they've been doing the D files lately at all, or been keeping up with it at all?
I haven't read it, but I've been listening to them.
And I got a theory that the issue that they have in animation is across the board because it explains everything. And the short part of it is that, at least the part that stuck out to me, was they have this program called Women in Animation. And what this program is doing is supposed to help women get into the animation field. But all they're doing is giving them resources to learn how to get rid of the old white men and replace them by teaching them techniques to find problematic things and make it difficult for them to be in the workplace. Instead of actually teaching them how to do anything worthwhile. So then you get to movies like Wish and it explains everything. I think this is beyond Disney. I think this is through the entire fucking industry. And the other problem is these kids don't have any sense of history. Like they have never even seen like Dumbo or Snow White or 101 Dalmatians and shit like that. They don't even know who Walt Disney is some of the time. The company they're working for.
Wow.
So yeah, but I loved your reaction, Carrie, because I think you'd find that piece very interesting and some of the
I
stuff
would
that's
love
coming
to
out of
see
there.
it. I want you to
That's
remind
on
me.
that's on Film Threats channel?
Yeah, well, it's on their website. They have
their
a
website?
breakdown.
Okay,
It's
I
called
need
the
to-
D Files. They've had 3 parts now, and they've been getting a bunch of people from animation coming to them from Disney, former animators and people who still work there. And they've had to hide who they are out of fear of repercussions. But a lot of people have been doing some reporting around it, like WDW Pro dug up this one animator who'd been with the company for like 30 plus years. Like he had started working there during like the Little Mermaid years, and he has animated all the major female characters ever since then, up until Wish. And he left and retired after Wish. And basically he had kind of painted a similar picture that these women did nothing but make it difficult to work there. And there's all kinds of crazy shit. Like they would give they would either give the veteran guys shit jobs, and if they complained, they would turn around and give them impossible jobs. And it was just this whole thing to get rid of them and insert people who clearly had no talent and or training to do their work. So I think that this is across the board, and of course Disney is still Marvel, so I'm sure it's there too. But yeah.
I found them. Nice. Okay. I need to listen to these.
Then we got Valiant Renegade again. I think we're on you, Steph.
Valiant Renegade for 2. Steph makes Carolyn look tall. Yeah. I know.
Gotta be mean.
Yeah,
Valiant.
Karen's taller than I am.
Why do I feel if I ever go to a meetup, I'm just going to be like a giant?
Because I got it. Oh, here's I'll tell you, most
Everyone's
of
a
us
giant around me.
we're all Napoleon complexes around here. We're all short. We all make fun of like certain people, but the truth is we're all short, except for maybe 3 of us, like Jay and Michelle.
And side scrollers, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. I just forgot his name too.
Oh,
Craig.
Craig. Yes.
Stuttering
He's
Craig.
tall as hell too.
He's
Yeah.
very tall. Yeah.
And I think a few others are, but yeah, most of us are pretty short.
It is true.
It is true. Carrie, you want to read John Thomas's here for 5?
Hey, John Thomas for $5. Thank you so much. Says, no, Kristen Stewart was straight until she slept with the married director. You said it.
That's
She grew up
true.
in Holly Weird. No wonder actresses turn gay.
Yeah, that was one of my points. Like that Rolling Stone cover. Since she grew up in Hollywood, it's almost like there's even more to it. Like, why are you so odd and eccentric? And you have to put yourself out there like that. I don't know. It's just she grew up in Hollywood, so she is a little off. She's a little weird. But I honestly thought that she was bi. Even before she slept with the director of Snow White and the Huntsman. I think that was the director that she slept with.
Oh, that's right. That's who she
Yeah,
is.
Elizabeth kind of got her
Yeah.
career in a slump, actually,
Yeah.
because everybody blamed her, and even Trump come out and said, Pattinson should leave her. Be
Yeah,
smarty
he
well.
did.
But no, like, here's the thing that's weird about me between her and Elliot Page or Ellen Page, whatever the fuck you want to call it now, is when they were just basic lesbians or bisexual or whatever you want to call Kristen Stewart. They were fine. They seemed like healthy individuals that were happy for the most part, except for Kristen Stewart's always kind of had that emo thing going. But now that they're like full blown crazy fucking whatever the fuck you want to call it nowadays, they seem like the most unhealthiest fucking look. Like Elliot Page looks like somebody should give them a sandwich quick.
Yeah, like Elliot aged like 15
10,
years
15
in like
yeah.
a year.
And Elliot was a very good looking woman for years. Like, I don't get it. Like, very petite, but good looking, right? Like, I don't understand. And then she looked very healthy and all that kind of shit. All of a sudden, she changes who she is, and she looks like a dude who's got AIDS. And fucking Kristen Stewart looks like she's been beat to hell and done every drug under the sun. So I don't get this shit. And this is a common thing. It isn't just these two women, right? It's a common thing we've noticed with, like, there's even memes about it, right? Like, this is you on crack. This is like somebody on, you know, whatever, cocaine and heroin, and then it's got on liberalism or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what? I think that John Thomas is right, because I just like Googled like, when did Kristen Stewart come out? She did come out after she slept with that married director, because it says Kristen Stewart, and it was after Trump, what he said about her. It says Kristen Stewart reflected on the
it was
events
early in that
led to
time
her
where
coming out as gay on SNL. She said that Trump's criticism of her inspired her to address her sexuality.
oh, is this
And
why
then-
they hate Trump so much?
And this is her quote: "He's such a little baby. Fuck you, bitch."
Wow.
Yeah.
Is this really, you know what? I wonder if this is one of the catalysts for that whole thing, to be honest with you. Because you know, the community, the quote unquote community, would see something like that and they're like, oh, we've got to end his ass. And I'm not kidding, because it was on this very show that because for the while there, nobody could figure out why the gay community was so pissed at Pennywise the clown from It. And it's like, well, if you've ever read the book, they're like, oh, he was an ally and then he went against us. And it's like, well, first of all, I don't know why you'd want to relate to a clown.
Why
It's
you
a
want him
killer
as an
alien from
ally?
space. But then they got all freaked out because he killed that gay guy in the beginning of part 2. It's like, well, read the book, motherfucker. That's actually the first chapter. Anyway, I was like, and then we're trying to figure it out, and we tracked it down to what it was these weirdos in these back like shipping groups shipping the Babadook with Pennywise.
What?
So it's like, you created this shit in your head. Pennywise is a fucking alien. Like, he's not even human. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And Babadook is like a monster or a ghost or whatever anyway.
What
So like,
problem?
like, that's where this shit originates from. So I would not be surprised if part of the reason people have so much TDS is because of shit like that right there. Like, that might be one of the first catalysts. Because when he was just on like The Apprentice, nobody gave a shit, right? You ever notice that? Like, nobody cared.
No. He had a catchphrase: "You're fired." People loved that show.
Yeah.
He actually, and he was viewed, well, he was a big liberal. Everyone knew that. He went to the Democratic Party events and hung out with Democrats like the Clintons and that's what he was known as. And a lot of, he was referenced in a lot of rap songs and
tons.
Well, and Carrie, I'm sure you're well aware of the gay mafia and how they operate.
Which one? Which gay
Oh,
mafia?
yeah, exactly. Which one now? Yeah. But back then, even, they were just the one. But no, like, I'm imagining that's what I see going on behind the scene in this little gay mafia whisper network. Like, we got to end this motherfucker right now because he just went after Kristen Stewart.
Yeah.
It's like,
She just seems like, the first thing that comes to mind for me about her and Ellen Page is, and a lot of people we see in the public eye who seem to have issues is, were they child actors? And usually if I look it up, I find out both of these were. Kristen Stewart was a child actress.
True.
And you've got parents putting you in the public eye when you're that young and you're acting in, dramas and stuff with adult I'm not talking about sexual content. I'm just saying adult themes and maybe things you don't understand or scary movies or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I think it would be incredibly hard to be a child actor and come out okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
not
yeah.
to mention,
Yeah, yeah.
to mention, who knows what some director what some director did privately working on lines with the kid or something. You never know.
Well,
Yeah.
and that's the thing I've heard from more people than anything I've talked to, and I watched that stupid Corey Feldman documentary that was a big nothing burger. But one thing I got from that, and anybody I've talked to from the industry that has talked about this stuff with me, that even remotely will, is they usually say it's not so much the actors and the directors and stuff like that you would think. It's the handlers, the producers, and the parents who allow it. Those are the three main culprits of this shit.
Yeah, the managers, the agents, people like that a lot of
Yep.
times. Yeah.
Yeah. The people who in the middle people who take advantage of it more so. So yeah. But anyway, that being said, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she's had some weird shit happen to her in the past, but I'm not going to speculate too much because I have no idea. But yeah, I just feel like it's just weird. It's more of a mental issue than anything.
Let's see.
Then we got
that one.
We got that.
Did we get this one? Okay,
Yeah.
wait. Okay, I didn't. That's why I'm behind here on these. You got that one? We got that one. This is the one we're on. Here
That
we go. And I think it's your turn, Michelle, right?
Yes. And Jason, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Now showing Tom Turtle in Behind the Green Door.
Oh my. That's a naughty movie. What's going on behind the green door? And then we got ActionCom, Steph, for $5.
Those suffragettes also gave us prohibition, so to hell with them.
Well, with every good movement, sometimes there's some stupidity. I mean, look at the hippies. That was a lot of stupidity for one or two good things. Think
True.
about it.
Did the suffragettes lead into prohibition?
I think they did have a lot to do with that. Yeah, because the women really wanted to get the men out of the bars. But back then, bars were open like 24/7 everywhere all the time. And like then, not only were bars just like bars, they were fucking whorehouses and shit like that too.
Okay.
Yeah. It did kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah, there was a little more to it than just the boozing. It was, the snoozing on the side.
I have just a quick anecdote you made me think of women getting the men out of the bars. My grandmother, I heard this story growing up. This is when my mom was a child. That my grandma really wanted to get my grandpa out of the bar, so she let all of his cows out onto the highway and then went to the bar and told him he better go get his cows. She went in there yelling his name, like, "Your cows are on highway such and such. You better go get them." He had to get out of there fast.
That's amazing.
It worked.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Better than doing a law.
That sounds like it had to be before they even must have had a phone there, or he just was one of those guys that I'm not here. That was a
Right.
famous one. Yeah, I'm not here. They always did a running gag with that on Cheers too. I always love that.
Yeah.
It's true. It's so true. My grandma owned a bar. My dad's worked in bars throughout his life and shit like that. So like I know the life. I've worked myself in plenty of bars. So, yeah, it's fun. But anyway, yeah. John Thomas is next. Where are we at now? I think Steph, or is it your turn? Or is it Michelle's?
Days of Future Past Rogue Cut. Did you guys like that? The Rogue Cut? I actually didn't mind the Rogue Cut of that movie.
That's all right.
It was more interesting in that regard. I didn't mind it.
I didn't see the Rogue Cut.
No?
Yeah, me either.
I think I actually prefer the Rogue Cut, but
It's pretty much the same movie. It was just some extra bits and stuff switched around between, I think, Kitty Pryde and Rogue, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't even know if I have the Rogue Cut, to be honest with you. I've seen it.
I've watched it a few times, and I think I prefer the Rogue Cut over like just the regular cut of Days of Future Past.
Yeah. Then we got Hillis Mallory next for, I think, Carrie, if you want to read that one.
Hillis Mallory for $5. Thank you, Hillis. Says, just remember, girls, Rogue is the one that took away Carol Danvers' powers and had them instead in the comics.
Yeah. She's very popular for that, too. That's one thing a lot of people always brought up. So yeah, with that, I think we are caught up. So let's go around the horn here. Steph, anything you got going on coming up here you want to plug?
Yeah, if you subscribe to my channel, I usually do Monday musings in the morning, but I was traveling all day coming back to Florida. So I'm actually going to go live probably in like, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes for Monday musings. I spent yesterday and a little bit of today watching Yolanda and Selena, or is it called Selena? It's Selena and Yolanda. It's the new Oxygen documentary. It's a two-parter where Yolanda Saldivar, she's coming up for parole next year in March, and she gets to give her side of the story and everything that happened. And that show just pissed me the fuck off. Like it made me so mad. I was yelling at the TV when I was watching it. So I kind of want to talk about it, and probably going to go live here in like, maybe 30 minutes. So I don't have it set up yet. I'm just making a thumbnail for it now. But if you want to come and hang out with me and just listen to me rant about that, and I'll probably talk about Madam Web as well, then head on over there.
Oh, I should sure. Michelle, what you got going on? What's your movie? The next one?
Yes, tomorrow we did 2016 The Nice Guys. Shane Black, or the guy who did Lethal Weapon, I know did that movie. And then the big one is next week, probably Monday, we're going to be putting out our Braveheart reaction. We had never seen Braveheart, so be on the lookout for those. So yeah, definitely go subscribe to Force Flight Entertainment, and we've got a big catalog now of first time watching reactions. So come watch with us.
Evidently, they haven't.
Never seen Braveheart?
Kind of curious what you think about that one. Yeah.
What?
That's
going to be a good one.
You know what? I totally, because there's a lot of Will Ferrell movies that I've never watched. That I watched Talladega Nights for the first time.
Really?
Yeah.
Step Brothers is probably my favorite one of his.
I just barely watched that movie this past year too.
Oh god, I love that.
Yeah,
I would have to go Anchorman, then Step Brothers.
Anchorman's pretty good.
Anchorman was dang good.
The second one was not so good though.
I haven't seen.
I would still take it to most things like today. Like it still makes me laugh, but it was not near as good as the first.
It has some good moments, but yeah,
it did. It had good moments. Yes,
even the first Daddy's Home.
I'm trying to think if I've seen that.
Isn't that with who's in
Mark
that?
Wahlberg?
Mark Wahlberg. Yeah.
That one might be good because I like them two in the cop one together.
Valiant. I've never seen any movie. Valiant.
You lie. Valiant never reads his damn messages either.
I love what sometimes me and Natalie as two young straight girls, no, we didn't watch Braveheart as little girls.
I can see that.
It happens. Some of you guys haven't seen some of our girly movies. But you know what? I'm happy for my not watching these movies. So
I'm a little, that ages me because I was in high school when Braveheart came out. I know because I went on a date to the movies to see it.
But 96, 95?
Something like that. 95. But my boyfriend got all the violence, the blood in it.
Yeah.
He started hyperventilating. We had to leave.
It was really violent. It was more violent than Gladiator, for sure.
It's pretty violent, yeah.
It is.
Have you done Police Academy yet? I don't think you have.
No, is that a comedy?
Yes, you guys need to do Police Academy.
We'll have to do Police Academy.
I can't wait to see you guys react to that. I love watching you guys react to the 80s comedies because it's just great.
Okay. Remind me of that, Tom. Well, I'll put that on the list.
Yeah. And then ActionCom sends in $2, says Mel Gibson in a skirt didn't bother you? I'm sure they enjoyed it quite a bit.
Man, Mel Gibson had that Fabio hair throughout the entire movie.
They may take all our but they won't take our freedom.
He's looking good.
He was looking, a little sexy.
Did you get to see his schlong a little bit in that one too? I thought something like that.
Really?
Just the other guys that are maybe, I don't remember when they do the mooning bit.
But yeah, they moon everybody. Yeah.
I can't remember if he does it too or not, but yeah. Anyway,
speaking of Will Ferrell movies and Mel Gibson, I actually haven't seen Daddy's Home. I've seen Daddy's Home 2. I just saw the second one. And you don't have to see the first one. And in the second one, Mel Gibson plays Marky Mark's dad.
That's right, yeah.
And
then
John
Lithgow. Yeah.
Yeah. And the movie, it's not great, but it's funny. There's a lot of funny scenes, and it's worth it for those four actors together.
That's
Like
true. I
Brazilian.
like those movies. Those are good.
See, those are the
Okay.
kind of movies when I find them in like a 2-pack for cheap, I'll end up buying them and then I'll watch them, kind of thing. Because I'm like a physical media freak.
Mhm.
You know, some people have noticed.
Just little.
Anyway, Michelle, anything else to plug before we move on to Carrie, though? Or I kind
No.
of cut you off there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, just the reactions, and yeah, we've got several big movies coming up that I'm excited for you guys to see. So definitely check out Force Flight Entertainment.
Yay!
Absolutely, yes. And Carrie, what have you got going on? I'm sure you got some exciting stuff coming up.
Yeah, I've got a couple of cool interviews coming up on my channel on Deprogrammed. If you want to check them out, we have our book club coming up in March, and we're reading Critical Dilemma by Neil Shenvi and Pat Sawyer, and it's about the rise of social justice ideology or woke ideology in the church and society. So we're doing that in March. If you want to come over to the channel and check out book club, and then if you're in the Austin area, April 27th, which is a Saturday, I'm going to be at Minds Fest at the Vulcan. And there's a whole lineup of great speakers and comedians like Jimmy Dore, Alex Stein. And anyway, I'd love to see people there. So if you're in the Austin, Texas area, come on down. Minds.com, you can get tickets. There's a bunch of Timcast people going to be there and some special guests they haven't announced yet. So that's it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that while you were talking.
Oh, I didn't see it. What was it?
Oh, I have. We got a Rumble rant, actually. I thought that's why you
Okay.
kind of like the way you rushed there at the end. I thought that was my fault. I was like, oh, I'm sorry.
No.
I was just gonna. Yeah, we had this over there because I wasn't paying attention to Rumble, but thank God Mr. Tickle Trunk was, because he sent a super Rumble rant over there. It says people like Kristen Stewart need to learn that we straight males have as much interest in her looking like a man as two lesbians about cis men. She's complaining she's being ignored like we men are. Well, that's a good point. So I could never understand some of this stuff. And I noticed, like, I don't know, maybe Carrie, you probably have come across some stories like this too, but I've noticed I read a story the other day about, or not the other day, it was probably like a week or two ago now, but where basically there's this uptick in like gay and lesbian relationships where they will get a divorce or leave each other because the other member will get a gender change.
Oh.
And they're no longer into the person anymore because they're like, no, I'm gay. I don't want to be with a man turned into a woman. It's like, this is a new issue, I guess, that's coming up now, and vice versa.
Well, and straight couples too, because there's a lot of this is happening in many straight couples where the guy is now deciding, and yeah, that's a whole nother topic. But
Yeah, that's something I really wanted to get down, but I just figured that'd be something you'd be
you just
more in your purview. But yeah,
how do you know when I'm reading on Reddit? I read all the I go into all the craziest forums to see like what's going on. I was in a forum the other night, and it was all people who had gotten a divorce because of one.
I do bop into your show when I can. You know, I don't always say something in the chat. But like,
Oh, thanks.
yeah. Well, and I know, like, you know, it just I think a lot like you do sometimes. So it's like, and I've also kind of come from the same place where you, like, I was raised in a very lefty family. Like my dad and I still butt heads over politics. But that's kind of where it was like, you know, somebody like you where I had to finally wake up and realize, wait a minute, something's not right. The left me.
Yeah.
Right.
I left a
Yeah.
lot
And
of
I don't want to
people.
get too deep down that rabbit hole right now, but it's also kind of the same thing with religion. Like I've almost kind of leaned back towards, you know, I wasn't kind of went more agnostic, almost atheist to a point there. Now I'm kind of leaning back in that, but that's a personal journey of mine. And I'm not going to get into on this, but yeah, no, I just,
get it.
so I respect what you've been up to and doing over there. So yeah.
Well, thank you. You guys
So
will
do
have to
check
come
out
on.
Deprogrammed. Yes.
We're gonna do a Reddit show at some point, and it's gonna be just a train wreck. I can just anyway.
Oh, boy.
You're all invited. I'll let you know when we do that. So
Yes, and Mr. TT knows how I feel, and so does a few other people. So yeah, the left, exactly.
Left, yeah.
And that's where, like, I think it was you, Carrie. I was having that conversation in one of the DM groups. Was it maybe, or was it somebody else? I could have swore it was you, where I said something about Al Franken could have been president or something like that.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
did
I
him
think-
wrong. They did Al Franken
Yeah.
dirty.
I thought it was you. I was saying that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I really believe that. I mean, I think he was someone on the left who was sincere,
Yep.
And there was some reason they decided to throw him under the bus, and they used the Me Too thing to do it, because the stories about him were ridiculous. They weren't like any of the other stories, like, oh, there's a picture of him as a comedian on a USO tour pretending to reach toward his friend and touch her boobs,
Yeah.
right? Like, that's a staged photo that people do as a joke. He's not groping her. It's
She
for the
even said she didn't
photo.
care. It was funny. Yeah.
Yeah, and so they tried to Me Too him with that, and the other stories that came out about him were like things like, I posed for a photo with him, and he placed his hand on the small of my back. It's like, okay.
You want to know what I think? And not go too deep into this, but I think it was just because you're right. I think it was because he actually was somebody who, even though he was on the left, he would question things and he wouldn't go
Yeah.
along with the narrative. So they had to get rid of him.
They had to get rid of him.
He was getting too popular.
And he was getting too popular, right? And they couldn't control him. They probably didn't have anything actually dirty on him to control him with. That's why I had to get rid of him.
That's what they used to cancel him with. That's all they had.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, that's another show altogether. Maybe sometime we should have a conversation like that. But with that, we're going to let you guys go. I'll probably be hanging out over on the Monday night show over there on comics. I know Nina's live right now. I for the life of me can't remember the show she said she was on, and I apologize.
Oh, it's Larry Sharp.
Larry Sharp. Thank you so much, Carrie. Otherwise, I'd have felt like an idiot. I'm like, so go head on over there and say hi to Nina. Until next time, kids. See you. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.